Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the evening. This will be contested over three-minute rounds. But ladies and gentlemen, after the second round, we go to the judges' scorecards. If there is a decision winner, then the bout will stop. If it continues, though, if there is a draw, we go into the third round. So ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, in the Wimp finale, please welcome Jason. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner in the Wimp tutorial finale, please welcome Daniel Snellgrove. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Fred Zahn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ambition Fight Series. This, our first match of the evening, our Wimp to Warrior match, Jason Lee versus Daniel Snellgrove. I'm Rob Nutley, and alongside me, calling the action, Dean Midhat.
Good to be here, Rob. Straight away, they're getting hands, they're going to the body as well, but I like the way they're pressing forward. As they're pressing forward, I like to see them change the levels and look for the takedown. Beautiful work there from Lee, looking for the single leg. Outside trip.
Beautiful.
Lee now looking to take this fight to the ground and control his opponent in Snellgrove. Just slips off the back now, finds himself off the back. Snellgrove now has got to pop the head out of this position.
Bit too enthusiastic, trying to get that rear naked choke.
Snellgrove now potentially looking maybe to go to the mount. He needs to skip that right knee across the belly of Lee.
Try to drive the head forward. And there you go, steps over beautifully. He's in mount position. Lee goes up to defend.
Lee doing the correct thing here, trying to buck out of this position. He can't stay off his back flat, eat all these punches, otherwise the referee will stop it.
Closes the distance, covers his head, looks to turn, didn't quite get it. Snellgrove postured up. Needs to try and create some space between himself and Lee. Does so, lands a good right hand.
Snellgrove looking to land those punches. I love the way he's controlling the arms and then punching with the other arm. But it's Lee that's got to start to buck, start to look for the sweeps. Block the arm, block the leg and sweep to that side, or use the hip escapes. Maybe even cage walk out of this position, Rob.
At the moment he's eating those big shots. Beautiful execution. Turns out, back to his feet, but you can see he's breathing heavy, Dean.
Big deep breath from Lee here. He's got to keep the hands busy. So be careful about leaning the head backwards and dropping the arms. That exposes his face to the punches from Snellgrove.
Snellgrove pouring out that jab. A nice right hand from Lee there. Eats one in return. Good jab from Snellgrove. You'd like to see him finding their range just that little bit more with that jab.
For me, Snellgrove just a bit more tactful. He's using the teeps, he's using the jab to land that right hand. And you see there, Lee's eating these right hands. There's only so many of those he can take.
And they share one, shot for shot. See the mouths coming, opening up as they're trying to get breath into the lungs. A lot of that will be the adrenaline.
Yeah, the finale of the Wimp to Warrior. These are amateur athletes that have trained for 20 weeks. And then they come in here and perform in front of the fans. So that adrenaline dump is a massive thing. I mean, let's talk about that a little bit. So to come in and fight in front of these fans, live on MMA TV, your first fight, the adrenaline sometimes can just sap the cardio out of you, Rob.
It can. I mean, it literally can drain the life from you. You know, adrenaline's one of those things when you're walking in, your fans are here, the music's playing, it's a real buzz, man. You get really pumped. And as that cage door closes, it's at its peak. As soon as the fists start flying, it starts to slowly drain out of your body, and suddenly you're there, you're in this real fight. And it's really fascinating to watch as these guys, as we've seen many a time, as they develop throughout their career, as they grow, you watch them slowly start to handle that adrenaline in a different way, start to control it, and that's when they become better, well-rounded fighters. But you can see both corners under instruction, both taking big, deep breaths. Both guys with experienced cornermen there to advise them. I'd like to see a bit more head movement as we move into this round.
Yeah, I mean, again, with the 20 weeks of training here, you start to see what these athletes have really honed in skill-wise and what works for them. We're seeing a lot of teeps from Snellgrove, jabs and that right hand. Look at that with Lee, nice. Beautiful work from Lee. He does a good job of sinking in that right hand as he comes forward. His forward pressure is what he likes. But if he comes forward with his head in that position, as you alluded to, Rob, not moving the head, he's going to walk onto those punches. So, like you said, I'd like to see some head movement, some level changes, just to kind of fake out your opponent so you can land what you really want to land.
And Lee again, head hunting. Looking to land those big shots.
Snellgrove looking to go to the body there, but you can see he keeps his head nice and high. Lee takes advantage of that, storming him with the punches, looking for the finish. The referee's looking on here, and that promoted Snellgrove quite correctly to look for the takedown.
Good sprawl by Lee, controlling his opponent. Creates some space and lands some shots. Great control and work by Jason Lee there.
That's what we need from Lee, pressure. You can hear his corner calling that out. They want him to drive forward, keep the hands on Snellgrove to prevent him from alluding to the strikes and indeed the level changes. There we go, Snellgrove looking away here. He can't afford to look away from his opponent. Lee potentially looking for the guillotine, opting to go to the knees.
Yeah, Snellgrove almost looking for a way out at the moment. Needs to get himself back into this.
Lee looking to drag this fight to the ground. Snellgrove does a good job of getting back to his feet and looks for the double leg. Beautiful work.
Good work. Snellgrove, top position. Has he got enough gas in the tank? Just over a minute left in this round. Good work.
Snellgrove's got the right idea here though. He's passing the guard. He's going to get into a more dominant position where he can control his opponent and do more damage from. So the side controls, the full mount and back mounts. At the moment he's in the half guard, but Lee's not holding on to the half guard. That guard's open right now. If Snellgrove wants to sneak that right leg out and then pass the side control or even the mount, he's going to be able to do more damage from that position.
Lee happy just to hold on here. It's a very defensive tactic. And there goes Snellgrove into mount position again, and we saw this in the last round.
Is Lee going to have enough gas in the tank here to obtain the sweep like he did in the first round? And Snellgrove point on the pressure, but there
Beautiful.
we go, right on cue. Lee gets up with the sweep, beautiful work.
So Lee inside the open guard of Snellgrove as we move towards the end of the round. And this is where we'll have a quick check with the judges and we'll find out if we're going to move to a third round. How would you call that, Dean?
That's a difficult one to call. I mean, the takedowns and the strikes, they kind of evened each other out, and the sweep there from Lee, a very difficult one to call. I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes to the third round to decide who wins the fight.
I think that's a fair assessment. Snellgrove spent much of the first round in mount position, where for me, Lee was able to dominate that round. And there we go, we've just had it announced, we are going to be going to a third round. I think that's a good shout, I think that's fair.
So we arrive at our first round for the first installment of the Wimp to Warrior here at Ambition Fight Series. These two have got to duke it out now to try and steal this win. So the 2 rounds there went one apiece, even. We're seeing Lee here storm forward with those punches. That's what he had success with previously, with that forward pressure. Every time he forces Snellgrove back, he comes up on the top.
And you can see both breathing deep, circling one another. The first 2 rounds clearly taking their toll.
Hey, big right from Snellgrove. Snellgrove again looking just to establish that jab for range and sink that right hand into the head or the body. Big punch there again from Snellgrove. And Lee's got to be careful about walking onto those shots. You spoke about head movement in the previous 2 rounds, Rob. And this is what Lee's got to do. He can't keep his head in the same position. He's got to slip it from side to side, use ducks to disguise his punches as he's coming forward.
Good takedown again from Snellgrove. And he did well there, Dean. You can see the technique. He drives well into it. Good work.
Snellgrove again now looking immediately to pass the guard. He understands getting into a more favourable position allows him to do more damage and hunt more submissions. Just got to sneak that right leg now out of that open half guard. Again, he's looking to mount that position. That's why you see Lee just lift his leg up to block that leg to stop him gaining the full mounted position. Hey, there's a sweep again. Beautiful work.
Leaves him inside mount position now. Able to slide into his own mount. Snellgrove now looks to buck himself out of there.
And what a turn of events here. Lee is able to mount Snellgrove and he's firing down these punches. A little bit of payback here in the 3rd round, Rob.
And Lee now reversed again. Snellgrove inside the guard.
Lee now looking to cinch up the arm. Difficult to see from the camera angle. Potentially looking for an armbar from here. Maybe even a triangle. Again, the guard's open. If Snellgrove can sense that, he can look to pass the guard and get to a better position, do more damage. The referee just asking for a bit more active work from this position. Otherwise, they'll get stood up. Snellgrove happy to land some ground and pound from the guard here. But it's Lee with the sweep straight into side control.
Beautiful work again. Something he's obviously put a lot of practice into as he moves to mount position.
Lee's just got to sneak that right leg all the way over the leg and get his knees to the ground here to get dominant pressure from this top. But I believe that was a 10-second clapper. Doesn't have much time. And a sweep again. What a back and forth fight from both of these athletes.
It was a great match. Made the 3rd round very difficult to call. It'll be over to the judges and we'll find out who will get their hand raised as the winner.
Fighters to center, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after the 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards with a split decision. Your winner in the blue corner, Jason Lee. But ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for his opponent. Give it up for Daniel Snellgrove.